Each commencement, the university's faculty and administration are invited to nominate students from among the graduates to deliver a brief address. Today's speaker is Jared Pettit of Kearney. This morning, he will graduate from the College of Business and Technology with a major in construction management. Jared is a student whose degree path has been quite different from that of most, probably all, of his classmates. For 15 years, Jared has been a staff sergeant and certified combat lifesaver for the Nebraska Army National Guard, and he has been a member of the National Guard Honor Guard for 4 years. He served our country as a team leader in Al-Qaeda, Iraq, from 2006 to 2007. He has also served the community as both a firefighter and a lieutenant in the Kearney Volunteer Fire Department, and is a nationally certified emergency medical responder. Included in his employment history is his work as a refrigerator control technician in UNK's Division of Facilities from 2003 till 2005. As a UNK student these past several years, Jared has proven himself an outstanding leader both in and out of the classroom. He is a member of the Epsilon Pi Tau Honor Society and is founder and president of UNK's American Concrete Institute student chapter. In 2013, he was named the American Concrete Institute Outstanding Student, a first ever for UNK. Historically, this honor has been presented to a student at UNL's College of Engineering. Overall, he exemplifies leadership and integrity in the classroom, in the community, and as a member of our armed forces. Please welcome Jared Pettit to speak on behalf of the graduating class of 2014.
Thank you. I wanted to mess with that button just simply because I could, so that's a pretty rad little thing there. Members of the Board of Regents, Chancellor Christensen, faculty, distinguished guests, family, friends, and more importantly, graduates. It is with the utmost respect and gratitude that I stand before you today. As Lauda Equiano states in his interesting narrative from 1789, I offer here the history of neither a saint, a hero, nor a tyrant. While we may not share in the same history or beliefs, Equiano has taught me that every individual's experiences need to be cherished for what they can teach us and how they give shape and meaning to every one of our lives. Today, I speak of sacrifice, I speak of my faith, and I speak of my life as an American soldier. As I began to sift through the emotions, memories, and lessons learned here at UNK, I reflected on our journey that is culminating in this very celebration. Each and every one of us has no doubt strode a unique path to arrive here today. I cannot tell you my entire story, but I will share with you a few things that have sustained me to this point. Before I begin, I'd like to begin with the emotion of fear. A fear that if in the middle of a counting class you received a message from the chancellor's office simply stating, "We need to speak with you as soon as possible regarding graduation." Immediately, I thought to myself, have they really gotten this serious about parking tickets? Thankfully, that was not the case. Rather shortly thereafter, I was informed of the great news of speaking today. And as if on cue, the people and events that have influenced me began to flood my thoughts. I thought of myself as an 8-year-old boy sitting on my family's front porch in Bingham, Nebraska, watching my mother leave for yet another day of nursing school. I distinctly remember how very long her days were and how her just getting out the door while taking care of each and one of her 5 children was a victory in itself. Then and there, my mother forever instilled in me the importance of an education and the high price that one must be willing to pay in order to achieve it. I pondered my days in the military, where I learned how to turn me into we, and the amazing things that a team of well-disciplined individuals could accomplish, as well as the very tough trials that very same team could endure. My mind took me to a place where I heard the sounds of artillery and gunfire in the distance, and I immediately thought sadly for our soldiers and Marines, sailors and airmen who have fallen in battle in defense of something greater than themselves. I thought hard for our Gold Star families who daily bear the weight of losing a loved one far too soon. I looked through a frosty window and I saw the snap of our flag in a cold, brisk wind, and I became very proud and very thankful. However, this gratitude and pride was cloaked with a very heavy coat of loss and of defeat. In an instant, I felt the suffocating pain of a moment inside a small chapel not far from the city of Fallujah, Iraq. The moment that our convoy security company was notified that one of our very own had been killed in action. Sergeant Randy Matheny was that soldier's name, and his sacrifice, as well as the inspiring story of a wounded warrior by the name of Dennis Cabanning, kept my perspective forever grounded in the moment and constantly reminded me that our tomorrows are not promised. The significance of this event, as well as all of our achievements, caused me to reach for every source of strength and courage that I could. I prayed my Lord's Prayer, and I recall so vividly a small church in Hyannis, Nebraska, a small church where my father taught me as a young man how to humbly ask for help and how to give thanks to those who gave it. For a moment I was at peace, and for once in my life I was able to recognize my struggles and my sufferings in the very same arena as my victories and celebrations. I looked for the proper methods to describe and convey this to each and every soul that shared in it. This included the American taxpayer, our men and women in uniform, numerous professors, instructors, staff, and my entire family. My wife, Bobby Ann, and our children, Emmy and Jackson, for example, daily went without so that we could achieve what seemed at times as an unreachable goal. To me, this was proof that faith, hope, and love can and will endure all things. Lastly, I thought of the many faculty and staff that would be just as honored as I was to celebrate in this honor with me. Each one of them raced through my mind, leaving their very own unique mark. Everything from the patience that I learned from a Dr. Nathan Berry to the selfless service that Kathy Benny and Jamie Kessler daily show our industrial technology students. I also look forward to sharing this news with a very certain professor, a very knowledgeable and very compassionate and a very German-American, Dr. Kennard Larson. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, sir. I will carry all the lessons that you have taught me for a lifetime. This university certainly owes you and your wife, Dixie, a debt of gratitude, and we wish you nothing but the very best of luck in your retirement. Your leadership and caring spirit will be missed here on campus. Sehr danke für alles. Wiedersehen, mein Freund. German for thank you for everything. So long, my friend. As we leave this building and go about celebrating this great accomplishment, I would encourage each and every one of you to spend a moment reflecting yourselves. Identify those people, those moments, and those events that have impacted your life. Reach out to those who you can, and remember, there has always been a we behind the me. I leave you with these words of Theodore Roosevelt written in 1910. The wisdom within these words I have heard and read many times. However, they did not ring true to my ears until I stepped foot on the battlefield myself as a soldier. One of the brightest men I have ever come to know in life, who lost his life far too soon, left them to me as I departed my homeland for war. A very young, promising medical student by the name of Jonathan James Jacobson. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust, sweat, and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. But who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows the great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who, at the best, in the end, knows the triumph of high achievement, but who, at the worst, if he fails, at least he fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat. These words have sustained me through some of the most trying times, and I very simply would not be here in front of you today if I did not cherish these words and if they did not live for me each and every day. While I certainly do not expect these words to inspire you as they have me, I do know that our education here at UNK, both in and outside of the classroom, can help us appreciate and help us make meaning of this often confusing world. It is my hope for all of you that you have found that. Today, my friends, we all share in a victory. Congratulations and Godspeed to you all.